Once upon a time, in the vast sky, lived the sun and the moon. The sun was bright, warm, and full of energy. It shone during the day and gave light to the entire world. The moon, on the other hand, was calm and gentle. It only appeared at night, reflecting the sun's light in a soft, silver glow. One evening, as the moon rose in the sky, it looked at the sun and sighed. The sun is so bright and powerful. Everyone talks about its light and warmth. People wake up with the sun and begin their day. But me, I only shine at night, and even then, my light is not my own. I am not as important as the sun, the moon thought sadly. The stars, who were the moon's friends, saw the sadness on its face. One small star twinkled and said, "Dear moon, why do you compare yourself to the sun? You both have different jobs. The sun shines in the day to give energy and warmth, but you bring peace and calm at night. Without you, the night would be too dark. Many people love watching you in the sky. Even the tides of the ocean move because of you." Another star added, "You also help lost travelers find their way. Have you seen how happy people feel when they see a full moon? You are special in your own way." The moon listened to the stars and thought for a while. It realized that it had been feeling sad for no reason. The moon had its own purpose, just like the sun. They were different, but both were important. The next night, the moon shone happily in the sky, no longer comparing itself to the sun. It understood that everyone has their own role, and that makes the world beautiful. The lesson? Never compare yourself to others. You have your own light to shine, in your own way, at the right time. Just be yourself, and the world will appreciate you for who you are. But the moon wanted to test this lesson. It decided to travel the sky and ask other celestial beings about their purpose. It floated towards a comet passing by and asked, "Comet, do you ever feel less important compared to the stars?" The comet laughed, leaving a glowing trail behind. "Of course not. I have my own journey. I appear only once in a long time, but when I do, people make wishes upon me. They look at me with wonder and excitement. If I spend my time comparing myself to stars, I would never appreciate my own beauty." The moon nodded and moved forward. It then saw a group of tiny fireflies glowing in the forest below. "Do you feel small and unimportant compared to the sun?" the moon asked them. One firefly spoke up, "We might be tiny, but our glow makes the night magical. People smile when they see us. Our light guides each other in the dark. The sun has its purpose, and so do we." The moon was amazed by the firefly's wisdom. It realized that size, brightness, or strength didn't define importance. Every being had its own place in the world. As the moon continued its journey, it met a little dewdrop resting on a leaf. The dewdrop looked sad. "What's wrong?" the moon asked. "I feel so small. By morning, I will disappear. The world will never remember me," the dewdrop said softly. The moon smiled and said, "But for now, you sparkle like a diamond under my light. In the morning, you will nourish the plants. Every small thing matters." The dewdrop glowed happily before it faded away with the sunrise. The moon had learned something valuable. It promised never to compare itself to anyone again. The sun, the stars, the fireflies, the comet, and even the tiny dewdrop had their own place in the universe. The moon returned to its position in the night sky and shone even brighter than before. It had finally accepted itself. From that day on, it never felt sad when looking at the sun. Instead, it was proud to be the moon. One night, a small owl sitting on a tree looked up at the moon and whispered, "Thank you for lighting my way. Without you, the forest would be too dark for me to see." A mother wolf howled, "Because of you, my cubs are safe. I can watch over them in your soft light." Even the ocean waves whispered, "Your pull guides us. Without you, the tides would not know when to rise and fall." The moon was overwhelmed with joy. It never knew how many lives it touched just by being itself. Days passed, and the moon observed the earth. It noticed a little tree standing alone in a large field. The tree had just one flower, while the other trees in the forest were covered with blossoms. The tree sighed, "I only have one flower, while the others have many. I am not as beautiful as them." The moon smiled and said, "But that one flower is unique. It is special because it is yours." The beauty of the forest is not in having many flowers, but in each tree being different. The tree realized the truth and stood tall with pride. The moon had now fully understood its lesson. It knew that everyone had a role, a purpose, and a special place in the universe. From that night on, the moon never doubted itself again. It continued to shine, not to compete with the sun, but to brighten the night in its own gentle way. And so, the moon glowed happily ever after, reminding everyone that they are perfect just as they are.